Well, let's get Jeremiah in here.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, let's get Jeremiah.
We do have
in here.
heavyweight Jeremiah Milton in the building, coming off a sensational knockout on ESPN in Tulsa. And, man, he just keeps getting highlight reel knockouts.
Highlight reel knockout after highlight reel knockout. So definitely excited to get Jeremiah Milton in that chair right now that he's sitting down in. First guest to be part of all three, or to have been a guest at all three Las Vegas studios.
Yes, man, the trifecta. This guy's been to Sticky Paws, then he's been to our Everyday studio, and now here in Blue Wire, man. So we definitely appreciate Jeremiah. What's going on, champ?
Hey, man, it's good to be here. Definitely been watching the progress from both sides. Y'all got to see me grow. Y'all know that y'all actually gave me my first professional interview.
No way.
Swear.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, even from that time, I just take notes of things, you know what I'm saying? I don't ever forget stuff. So even like whenever y'all was still in Florida, I believe.
Yeah.
And y'all came out here for that fight. You stopped me in the mall.
Yeah. I remember that.
Like,
I remember that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a beautiful thing when you like, you know a guy, but you don't know what he's about to do or what he's on. But y'all got to see my growth. Y'all got to see my path.
Yo, word is born, because I remember Nesta. This was like pandemic time.
Oh yeah.
And Ness sent me, you know, maybe your number, your Instagram or something. And he's like, yo, he's at City. You know, back when we was allowed in there.
Right.
And he was like, yo, go check him out. And you had just got done having your fight in Detroit at Kronk.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will. You know, and mind you, this is peak Wilder Fury time. So
Right.
I'm like, I'm looking at you. I'm like, you looking a little small, but, you know. I'm
You
like,
asked me to spot. I think you did. You was like, yeah, I get some work with you or something crazy.
What?
Yeah, you was
Nah,
you was like, yeah, let's get some work. I swear I remember.
Nah, and I'm not gonna lie. During that time, I definitely was boxing during that time, but I doubt I would have told you that. But nah, yeah, man, you've definitely been having a very fun ride, I would say, and a good one. You know, a good one. I think that from the outside looking in, at least, you know, you've been able to shine on big cards. I know that it fell short, but you were supposed to be recently on that Jake Paul undercard live from Madison Square Garden, and I know you were so excited and ready for that fight. But any possibility of seeing you on a Jake undercard? We're hearing he's back in October. Could you maybe?
Yeah, they're saying versus Anderson Silva.
Could you maybe?
I like that.
Could you maybe make an appearance on that?
Yeah, you know, I believe, you know what I'm saying, all things go well and how it's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? That's where you'll see me next. You know, with Jake and his team and, you know, working close to my team, there was a lot of I would say, like, I don't know how well he actually knows of me, but him personally, you know what I'm saying, he reached out to me during the whole cancellation because I made my little shout-out post, and he responded. And, yeah, he said he'll have me back soon. He's looking forward to seeing me back soon. So I believe with all good things in order, that's my next move.
That's what's up. Man, I got to ask because it's like we said when we introduced you, it's like highlight reel knockout after highlight reel knockout. Are you starting to feel pressure to produce these highlight reel knockouts?
I mean, there's pressure in boxing, but it's not really for the knockout. Like, I didn't go into this fight knowing that I had a lot of pressure on me to follow up. But like, you know, man, I mean, look at my hands, bro. Like, I worked my hands to the bone, dog. And I mean, I knew I was going to do something special again just because of the work I put in. So, like, you don't go looking for the knockout, of course. Took my time with the boxing, and when it developed, you know, it developed. So
that punch, it looked like you didn't even put any power. Like, you just went through the motion. Boom. Immediately, we were watching it live, and I said, oh, wow, that was Charlo Lubin, because he leaned into that uppercut the same way.
With it.
The difference, I think, for Charlo was, like, straight, right? I'm not sure, but the point is, his momentum and your momentum, and it was just lights out, bro. But it didn't look like you put any. It's just like, boop.
people didn't see with my left hand, I guided him, so I kept him there. You know, I was sweeping right here with my left, and I was trying to get him to shoot his right. And as soon as he shot his right, I knew it was gonna be wild, so I just leaned back and I actually pulled him and I turned into it. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. I love it. Seeing in the comment sections or whatever, people like, man, I didn't see the punch, or oh, did he really hit him? And you can hear it. You definitely can hear it. You can see like the neck, you know what I'm saying? But like it's hard to see. And that means that my hand speed is coming along like it needs to. You know, I'm relaxing on the shot like I need to. Because when I, you know, look at the confidence in the walk-off, man, I knew it was like the same shot that I hit Daphne with when I knocked him on that rope. You know, that was my first time landing a punch like that in a fight. But the feeling on that punch was the exact same as this last one. So I knew, I was like, okay, I'm getting more familiar with that feeling of landing the right shot, you know, because you can hit a guy, you can land a good punch, it'll be flush or whatever, but that perfect punch, man.
Puts him out.
Talk about how much of that is attributed to your work that you've been getting with Coach Larry Wade, you know, as your strength and conditioning and you know, just bringing that along to your camp.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, definitely shout out to all the guys that you know, my process in Vegas has been so different. It's been so different. You know, but for this one, you know what I'm saying, as far as the conditioning stuff go, I felt like for this fight, I actually got away from a lot of the in the end, because I was supposed to fight on the 6th. So whenever that pivoted, I was already in shape. I was already ready to go. All I needed to do was maintain. But really, I focused a lot more on my boxing and my stretching, just becoming loose again, to where like the muscle would be relaxed enough to whip out like that. But you know, I've learned a lot from all these guys out here, whether it be the coaches that I've worked with for strength and conditioning, like Wade and those guys, or it be my boxing coaches. And yeah, one thing about it, my coach that took me into the fight, Rodney Chrysler, we were working on that shot in the back of the locker room, and I'm telling you, it felt like that was going to be the punch. Yeah, so I got to give hats off to him. It was really,
yeah.
You know,
shout out Coach Rodney. Yeah.
So Rodney's been with you from the beginning?
Rodney was with me during the viral knockout. Okay, we trained for that fight, and I was working over at Bones, you know. But you know, I got back with Rodney only a week and a half before this fight. You know, my coach Otis was off in Saudi Arabia, so there had to be some changes. You know, it had to be. I couldn't be out here by myself going to another ESPN date, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like, I know I'm special. I know I got talent. I know the world is watching to see what I'm going to do next. You know, getting back with Rodney was one of those things I felt like I needed to do, just because, you know, he not an ego coach. You know what I'm saying? He is all about, you know what I'm saying, making sure the fighter has the best tools and using his tools you know, he's really underrated. He flies so under the radar because he don't always speak up and throw his weight around and brag about anything he does, you know, but his resume speaks.
So you back training at Bones, or he goes to see you at Mayweather's?
No, I'm back at Bones. So we're back over there.
Nice, man.
And, you know, popping up
one-stop shop. I got to get over there.
So it wasn't about Otis being unavailable. It was just a change that you wanted
obviously
to make.
played a factor.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of different things. And
Okay.
man, I got a lot of you know, I love all the guys over at Mayweather's, you know what I'm saying? But it's my one career. And for me, it's like you know, I've already been on that stage, like, you know, and I'm expected to do things on that stage, and I don't want to feel like I'm moving backwards, y'all. I'm really, because everybody want to say, oh, you're a late start, and I understand this, but I don't make no excuse about it. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta continue to climb. I gotta continue to grow.
No, I get it. I was just making sure because I know Coach Rodney left for a couple weeks, and he's gonna leave for a couple weeks again for Devon's, you know, fight coming up in October. So
yeah, and I mean, you know, when those things happen, you know what I'm saying, you make your adjustments.
Absolutely.
And that is what it is. I know a lot of these coaches out here, availability is short, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's a time thing, it's a money thing sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different things.
absolutely.
Well, you continue to perform on a high level on ESPN, man. Nothing yet? Like, you got to be making someone happy. They keep bringing you back, but no long-term deal.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like it's on the way. You know what I'm saying? This fight was a couple days ago. Maybe give it a week, see what happens. You know what I'm saying? See what the buzz is talking about. You know, I have my promoter back home, Tony Holden. They're doing good things with me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they got a good vision, and you know, my management. But yeah, I'm always hoping for more, baby.
For sure. I just look at it like Top Rank just signed the heavyweight, the Golden Boy let go. Arslan or something like that, man.
Yeah,
right?
from
Russian
Canada.
joint, yeah.
The Russian guy. And I mean, they're invested in the heavyweight division. It's you know, them and
I mean,
BBC,
there was what, 3 heavyweight fights on the card Saturday night?
4. That was FA, me, Richard, and Baby.
Yep. You're right, 4.
You know?
And it's like, you guys eventually should be fighting each other. And if you're not in a Top Rank deal, you're probably not going to get those fights. You know what I mean? Like, why would they put you in there with FA without a deal and you beat them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On their TV.
Now you beat them and the belt go wherever you came from and they left without a belt and no rematch, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, a network deal. I mean, Boots Ennis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously he's small promoter in Cameron Duncan, but he got that Showtime deal.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you interest. I mean,
no, I think it is gonna come. I just felt that the knockouts on ESPN are being so consistent that, you know, someone would have.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, man? The business of boxing is a total another monster. It's a whole nother beast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, only thing I can focus on really is just making sure my bread is straight, and I'm in the gym and I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready.
You got to focus on them performances looking the way they are, because that's what's gonna get people talking, and that's what's gonna get these people wanting you on their cards, man. Your division is on fire right now.
It really is.
Obviously, I want to, before we transition into our main topic of Wilder's prediction of the Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz matchup, I wanted to get your thoughts on the performances on your card. What heavyweight would you say had the performance of the night?
Yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that, you know. It was my city. It was my card. I'm going to take that.
Okay.
You know.
Who came second? Second best performance?
I would say it's a toss-up between Richard and Big Baby. I think Big Baby had the performance. I think he might have edged out. I mean, just because of the level of op, you know, Richard did what Richard does. You know, he come out bullied, and my man looked like he was a fan of boxing, not really like a boxer. My man, I don't know.
Yo, but Richards is killing out there, bro. Those knockouts are devastating.
He obviously got a brutality about him. You know, yeah, he might be undersized, but he don't worry about none of that. He comes in and, you know, he does what he does, you know.
What you think about that mustache, though?
Yo, he's an interesting cat, man.
For real.
Yeah, no, he's different.
Yo, I gotta ask, what do you think of Hasim Rahman Jr. getting the Vitor Belfort fight? I'm sorry.
I think Belfort might smack him.
Oh, no way.
I mean, you know, yeah, I really believe that. After I watched the
Evander Holyfield, I was live at that one.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, in Evander's, you know, age, but you know, there's a level of intensity. You could see it. I don't feel like Rahman brings that level of intensity in his fights.
Are you surprised that he got another big opportunity?
Wait, Danny, you got to double down on that. So you're saying this because you've shared the ring, being at Bones.
We never sparred. I've never.
So you watched them spar.
I watched them fight. I've watched them spar on you know some tapes and whatever's been leaked lately and all this stuff. You know.
Never in person?
Yo, but wait, I gotta see how much he digs. When you say what's been leaked, are you talking what Jake leaked, or are you talking what another stablemate of yours leaked?
Yeah, shout out to my boy Don.
See?
Yeah. Hey.
Okay, so it is what you've seen in sparring.
There's even a video of his dad whooping up on him. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Yeah, it's a little short clip. His dad just, you know, that shout out to his dad, Rahman Sr. Yo, he still got it.
We building up a fight here. Milton versus Rahman, man. He ain't gonna like that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I saw you guys have a little back and
so you
forth.
you do have a thing.
Nah, you know what? Like it ain't really like heavy like that, but you know what I'm saying? If that's something that's
Man,
How'd it start? What happened?
nah, because you know what Jeremiah does. He was saying the same shit about my guy and them, and then they having fucking meetups facing off in Resorts World. And
you and Rahman?
Nah, him and
Savage.
Yeah, Savage.
Oh, Babbitt.
Nah, Savage.
What's that?
Dibiase Savage.
DeAndre, yes. Man, you got a couple nemesis. That's good. We were talking about that earlier in our other studio, that not a lot of fighters get to have an Earl and a Crawford. You know, like Pacquiao and Mayweather, they were lucky to have that. You know, regardless of Pacquiao losing, he's tied to Mayweather forever. And you are building that here with Rahman Jr. and definitely DeAndre Savage. He on your heels.
Yeah, DeAndre Savage, that's my Uncle Elroy right there. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call him a Crawford or not. But, but he's definitely there.
So we'll see, because it would surprise you then if he's the one across the ring from you, let's say for a title shot or an eliminator. You don't think he'll make it there?
Who's that?
Savage.
No. I mean, you know, I feel like he might talk his way there. He might. Who knows? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like they are masters at like getting in position that they shouldn't be in. But you know, with the Rahman stuff, like, you know, that all came about just because, you know, I'm a man about my bread. You know what I'm saying? And with him not making that weight, like, yeah, that's why I had to speak up. Like, yeah, I'll take the fat boy because you messed up my bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no actual like deep.
So that got back to him though.
Oh yeah. No, he responded. He said, "We in the same city." You know what I'm saying? Pull up, and I'm like, or like something. I said, "Bro, I've been out here 2 years, dog. You know what I mean? I ain't never heard."
What's up with the barbershop? I heard something about a barbershop.
Uh-oh. Damn, Danny got the scoop.
You got the scoop. Yeah, we was in the barber shop, you know what I'm saying? We made a little flick about it. You know what I'm saying? I was asking people in the city, I said, yo, you, because he said, this is my city.
Oh, so
you know
he was asking
said,
people, do you know
you
Rahman?
my city. I said, yo, you know Rahman Jr., man? Do he be outside like that? You know, like,
do he be outside?
I don't know, you know? But, yeah, man, you know, so he bopping his gun. But only time I ever heard about Rahman Jr. from another heavyweight is if they was talking about pulling punches, you know? So, I don't know.
Did you watch his fight with one of the sons of Tommy Morrison?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've known Kenzie for a minute. We been, you know, I'm from Oklahoma. He was training in Arkansas at the time. I think he's still out that way. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it.
What? I thought you was gonna have something to say, being as though you know Kenzie.
Yeah, I mean,
have y'all worked?
Yeah, we did. We sparred when I was amateur. I was like four fights amateur in, and I mean, you know, they about the same. They're about the same. I mean, you know, it's just when you're out there, you got to be immersed in the sport of boxing.
So, despite his experience, would you be ready for Morrison right now?
No doubt, man. That 19-0, come on, man. These records, bro. They
so you saying his 19-0 is fabricated? It's a Chris Lovejoy 19-0.
Now that Lovejoy, that's a stain. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about. I can't say that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you got to move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So his next couple fights, you know, he'll have to move carefully. I mean, he comes, he fights. You know, he's just gonna walk forward.
But people didn't think he was gonna beat Rahman.
You seen the camp Rahman was having. You know, I mean, I didn't think he was gonna beat Rahman either. But you out here, Rock, you got all the availability, you got access.
Yeah, but that's cool to blame it on Rahman why he didn't get the win. But you thought McKenzie wouldn't get it. He got it. Shouldn't you give him respect now?
Based off the performance from both guys, I mean, they was huffing and puffing, both of them in the second round. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know, if you put a cheeseburger in there or something in the middle of the ring, you say, hey, fight for this. So, I don't know, man. It just didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look right. I mean, you know, definitely shout out to Kenzie for getting the win, you know, especially underneath those circumstances. Because you ain't living in the actual boxing scene, you know?
Hell no. What type of work is he getting in Arkansas?
Yo, I mean, shout out to the homie. He was sparring with the homie for the most part, Calvin Henderson, 178.
The homie.
Yeah, I mean.
178, damn.
Come on, man. Like, this is heavyweight boxing, you know? I just,
he's got to have heart, though, because he got in there, right? Like, he got in there on a Legends card or son of a Legends card, knowing that his O would be on the line with another son of a legend.
Both of them put it on, you know what I'm saying? I think it was the right fight to be made, maybe the money, whatever was right for them. They agreed to it, and, Kenzie was the better man out of the two. But, that's them.
You ever sparred with Andy Ruiz?
Nah, not really. I mean, we were down there in San Diego. I know Andy, you know what I'm saying? I got his number and stuff. He was going to invite me to a couple of his camps, but it hasn't necessarily happened.
You better hit him up. That's crazy. How he gonna invite you? Not invite you, but invite your nemesis.
Nah, yo,
you know your nemesis out there thanking him like, "Thank you, Andy." Shout out to the Savage getting that work.
Hold up. So Savage just talk about, I'm out here sparring with Andy. Then he come posting some pictures of them doing behind the scene camera work. He's strapped up to like a whole GoPro machine. So there's a difference between sparring. I hope he knows like that wasn't sparring.
Wait. So wait.
Maybe he thought
he was the sparring partner with cameras on?
Yeah. He got camera. Man, I'm talking about, you could go to his Instagram, you can see the picture. Like he's talking about, I'm sparring, but he hooked up to a whole rig, and like they're like, okay, now pause. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not sparring, dog. That's a commercial.
Oh, I was gonna say they was filming a movie.
That's a commercial, dog. That's not sparring.
Yeah, but that was that day he's shooting the commercial. You're terrible. I don't see. What is it? Wait, is this a story?
It's on his page, man. He's like, it looks cool.
Y'all
man.
gotta fight. I need to see that fight. Man. We gotta get a nice big Vegas fight to put that on, man. We gotta get Bob. Does Bob know what's going on between y'all, man? We gotta get that on the Las Vegas card, man. Isn't T.O. coming back over here? For the end of the year?
Nah, New York. New York.
So what are you planning? When do you think you'll be ready to get back in there? It wasn't too many rounds, right?
No, I felt great. People was asking me like, did I hurt my hand? Because I did this with my hand. I winded it up and I walked off, but that was me winding my hand, not shaking it. Shout out to Mike Basil, who was my rap and cut man. Man, it was just a really, really good rapping job by him. Him and Stitch, both legendary guys in the game. So I'm really appreciative of that. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I had a long camp, so I was over the sparring. I was over punching the bags. I just like, okay, let me just fight. I actually took off a little earlier in sparring just because I got a little bored. So like, I was ready to go on the 6th. And I'm thankful, I'm blessed that I was able to pivot into the Tulsa fight, that being my hometown too. But yeah. So I'll be out doing my thing this week, and then I'll be back in the gym, making my way, looking to go in October. Did
Bruce, did Carl, Bob, did any of them
give you a that a boy, a good job? You know what I mean?
Bob was sitting there. I was sitting there. Yeah. So I mean, ESPN was coming up to me. A lot of these guys was coming up to me. They are very interested in my story. They're interested in me. We just gonna have to see how it rolls. But I know what I'm gonna do. I just gotta keep performing, baby.
For sure. And it's still early, man. It's still early. You don't have the same road as maybe another heavyweight, but you're definitely carving out your own path for sure. People in your position that don't have a major promoter, they don't get as many TV fights as you've gotten this early. Like you're 6-0, and I feel like probably watch, a little more than half of those when I shouldn't. You're all the way from Tulsa.
Or typically wouldn't,
Yeah. Shout out to Matchroom because they do that well with, Diego Pacheco and Raymond Savage. Their entire careers have been on television from the beginning, like a Joey Spencer. But those are major promoters, Matchroom, PBC.
Yeah.
So, you and your team are doing a fantastic job being able to keep you busy and on television on a major network like ESPN time and time again. And you continue to do your job and impress by putting on those knockouts, because that's how you get people to remember you and get those networks to want you to come back, because at the end of the day, knockouts sell, man. Knockouts sell. But speaking of knockouts, we got to talk about the Bronze Bomber himself making a prediction. Me and Danny were talking about it earlier. I'm sure you heard in the green room there. Danny feels like he's got to pick Luis Ortiz to further cement his own legacy, he being Wilder. Why do you think a Deontay Wilder would be picking Luis Ortiz? And are you? Because I feel like the fresher Andy is going to win.
Well, yeah, I to Danny's point there, I believe you know that is along the lines of why he would run with Ortiz. And also, you know, meeting Wilder, seeing the type of person he really is, like, you know, him and Ortiz got that connection. They fought, you know what I'm saying? They had 2 fights, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they both have a very similar background with the daughter and, you know, that illness.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so there's a deeper bond than just like, yo, that's my boy in a sense, you know what I'm saying? You can have respect for each other after y'all fight. So, like, you got to continue rocking with the home crowd. Now, I mean, also it stirs the pot, you know what I'm saying, for them to be like, all right, well, now you went with the other dude. Once I beat this dude, now I want you, you know, so
yeah.
We'll see how that pans out.
I mean, I think building up the guy you want to fight is how you make it a big fight. You know, like, nah, Andy's going to beat him. The only one that's going to beat Andy is me. Like, but now you saying that the dude you beat could beat him. How is Wilder versus Ruiz a big fight? Because that's what they're building up to, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Now they're able to have somewhat of a rivalry. Like, Andy gets to be like, oh, yeah, like, you picked against me, or, you know what I'm saying, I did it better than you. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I want to beat up Deontay Wilder. You picked against me.
That was spot on.
He don't like it, but look, I got a professional to say they like it.
On.
So, a couple weeks off or days off? What are you doing?
You know, I mean, I still got my water in the car. Usually, I bring my big gallon in with me. You know, so I'm staying. Man, the hardest part is you don't want to fall out of shape. Man, you really enjoy being in shape, man, and getting back to where you was at. That's miserable, dog. Because then you still gotta elevate. You gotta get better every time, right? So like, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm staying close to the gym now. I'm staying close to like what I've been doing. And then, yeah, I'm just taking this week. They told me to take 2 weeks and then come back. Coach Wade did. But, you know, I'm going to reach out to him next week, and we're going to get something like kind of a game plan going forward.
Is it too early in your career to think about like, oh, I got this win, I'm going to go to Mexico for a week and decompress and then come back? Is that too soon? Are you still like, nah, I'm on grind mode still?
Nah. I don't think it's ever too soon, man. Don't let the world bully you into like saying what you need to do. But yeah, there is a certain amount of sacrifice that come with this sport, and anything you want to do to be great at it. So yeah, you know, taking off or something like that. Maybe I'll take my first real vacation sometime in November. I'm looking to do something. But
by real vacation, you mean actual stamp?
Yeah,
nah, you was.
Well, that's not a vacation.
Yeah, you don't consider being over there for sparring in the UK or any of those places abroad a vacation.
Yeah, that'd be work. You know, I need something tropical in my life, man. I think that'd be the most beautiful thing right now for me.
I feel that.
Yeah. I'm with you. I love tropical weather. Where would you consider?
Oh, Jamaica.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're going to Jamaica.
Bro, I love Negril, man. You got to visit the 7 Mile Beach in Negril. It's amazing. Like, you're not going to get any, well, I mean, if you spend the money, you'll probably get some nice resorts in Negril, but they're not a lot. But that beach, 7 miles of blue, clean, clear, amazing water. See? If you Google it, too, it's like, it's always on one of the those lists of the best beaches in the world. Yeah, which is cool, too, because you figure the rest of those are like in the Mediterranean and in Bali, all that stuff like that. So
on the other side of the world.
Exactly. Yeah. So to be able to go to Jamaica and see one of the best beaches in the world is amazing. So you should definitely check that out.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, wherever I go, man, I ain't gonna be on no type of time, man. You know, I'm just not. The thing about vacation, man, you make plans, but you don't stress about nothing.
For sure, man. So obviously, I don't think that we got entirely through the ESPN card and you know, your entire ranking. I feel like you went yourself at 1, Big Baby 2, Richard Torres 3.
Yeah, and that's only because I feel like, you know, Torres, that's what Torres does. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like, you know, with the opponent, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. You're gonna make it look how it looks. But like, you know, I don't wanna give too much away. These guys know what they need to do, and maybe they don't. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I will say one thing though. What's his name? Mark, one of the commentators.
Mark
No, Mark Kriegel.
Kriegel. Mark guy Kriegel. Oh. Yeah, so I'm watching my fight back, and I mean, you know, I'm listening to him, and everybody's always on the, oh, he's a late start, da 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 da. But like, you know, we in a professional boxing match, man. I got 6 rounds, you know, so I'm taking my time. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm analyzing, and then when it starts to open up, when it starts to fight, starts to build up, wow, I take my shot, and that's all she wrote. He's over here comparing me to Torres and Antonio Morales, because we had bouts in the amateurs. But, you know, last time I checked, you know, one of them dudes that he's comparing me to had got dropped. You know what I'm saying? Why you sitting here talking? I ain't been dropped in sparring. I ain't been dropped in the amateurs. I ain't been dropped in the professionals. So I don't know if it's because of, like, they signed with Top Rank and, you know, they got to, you know, continue to promote, big them up. But I'd be like, man, that's some real hating stuff. So I usually be beefing with fighters, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take on this analyst real quick.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about it. Devin Haney signed a Top Rank in ESPN, and they don't even got him on the pound for pound list, and he undisputed.
Yeah.
This is true.
That's wild.
This is true.
So, yeah, you know what? With a grain of salt, people can think what they're going to think. I'm going to do what I keep doing. And, it's a lovely thing.
Let me get some heavyweight predictions out of you before we let you go. Obviously, there's a lot of rumors circulating that Daniel Dubois is going to get...
On. Before we get to the predictions, could we get his thoughts on some of the fights that just happened? Because I want your thoughts on the Big Bang fight with Philip Hergovich.
That was amazing. I made Dodo. I knew it. Yo, how they going to think that big man's going to get knocked out in 5.5 rounds? That's insane, bro. I watched that dude spar. He too big, man. They lost money. The bookies were wrong.
Yeah, I know you've been high on Zane for a minute, and I mean, you know what?
I ain't gonna say he got robbed, but I thought he won that fight.
Yeah. I was looking at the TV like, bro, what? You know what? Like, who knows? You know, but I think they definitely slept on Zhang. I think everybody thinks about that Jerry Forrest fight.
That's right.
And you know, that wasn't the guy who fought Jerry Forrest, no doubt. But both of them put on a hell of a performance. They took some hellacious beating between each other back and forth. I thought Zhang pulled it out. I think majority of people thought, you know, if it was going to go that anyway, but you can't give up those later rounds, not in that way.
It was crazy. I felt like he gave up the last 3.
I mean, you could look on his face. He coasted for sure on that last one, like, yeah, it's in the bag. And
how would you deal with his size and weight? Because I feel like that's what wears down on you, is someone that big in those clinches, leaning, you know, having a tussle with a guy like that. Yeah.
I mean, like I say, I'm still in my development process. If you watch my last fight, I was able to just continue to walk forward and just wait for my opportunity to, you know, I was just, you know, catching shots here, moving here. You know, a lot of people, they always ask me, because a lot of people watch me in the amateur, they remember me as being a real athletic guy, moving and stuff. And, you know, I haven't had to resort to that in a lot of my fights or anything like that. But you got to be able to make adjustments. If you're a fighter, you know,
I got to interrupt because I just want a little bit of clarity. So when you mean athletic, you look like a Keith Thurman?
Yo, I mean, I'm pretty nice with my feet. I mean, I can always go back to that. Okay. You know, I can actually like, but why do I need to go backwards? Why do I need to take these, you know, like to a reasonable amount? Like, you know, if I'm, you got to know what you need to do in a fight. And that's what I think being a professional boxer consists of. You know what I'm saying? Doing what's necessary. Knowing when to box, knowing when to fight, blase, blase, blase. But yeah, so a guy like that, of course, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to stand there and trade with him. You don't want to, you know, give him these opportunities. You know, I think I like fucking F.A. Frank Sanchez, you know, how that played out. You know, Frank is a really skilled mover. So, I mean, you're not going to give those guys a chance to really touch you, you know. But, yeah, these are things I'm working on.
It takes a lot of stamina, though, to move like that, especially in a heavyweight fight, because you guys are so big that, you know, you cut the ring off easier. You make a big ring look small.
It gets small. It's like they say in Oklahoma, like a cow walking into a barn, you know what I'm saying? A bull walking into a barn. The barn gets small real quick. Yeah. And I mean, that's the heavyweight division, man. It's a beautiful monster. We'll see when we cross that path. I ain't worried about it.
Well, I want to get to some of these predictions. Obviously, Daniel Dubois just got a win over Trevor Bryan. He has a WBA regular, I believe. And there's rumors of a possible Dillian White fight who magically appeared in the number 4 in the WBA. How's that fight play out?
Dubois all day.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the kid is just cracking too much, you know? I mean,
you sparred him too, right?
Yeah, I've been a part of his camp, you know, and I like this shot that he put Trevor Bryan down with. That was something new from him. You know, it was a good left hook angle that he took, but I just feel like, yeah, he's gonna touch him. He's gonna get to him. Dillian is just where he's at right now in his career is that chin ain't holding like it's supposed to. You know, everybody's dropping him with the uppercut. You know.
Did you spar him for the
Trevor?
For the Trevor fight?
Yeah, I was out in his camp.
Okay.
But what about that was a shove, man? Like I know Fury hit him, but you know, that brain had to bounce off that brain,
that
man.
shit was hard.
Yeah, that was. You know what? I mean, I sparred with Fury as well, and I'm watching the fight at I think we watched it at Twin Peaks or something. And I was like, yo, he's literally carrying this man at this point, because you can gauge a guy's intensity. You can see what they're doing, sharing the ring with him, and I'm like, he's a master at defense. He's a master boxer. He hasn't even turned it on yet. So that fight couldn't have played out any other way, even despite the shove. The shove was a little much, you know. That last little disrespectful. But there ain't too many complaints when he got up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he complained, but since you brought up Fury, obviously it looks like they are hammering out all the details in the negotiations to make that undisputed fight with Usyk. They're talking February for the Super Bowl weekend. What's your thoughts on that one? Who gets it?
You know, shout out Fury. He is the guy. I think he takes it still, but it's not as easy of a fight as people are trying to make it out to sound.
So it's not just he's the bigger man and do what Joshua didn't do, be the bigger man, bully that little guy?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it will start to take over in the end. You know what I'm saying? It will start to show. Just because he has such a broader skill set than Joshua, obviously. But to Usyk's credit, his competitive nature, I heard he was doing like 15 rounds of sparring out there, and he has some really good quality heavyweights in his camp. We just got to see how it plays out, man. He's a mover.
So you not thinking of pick?
No. I pick Fury.
Okay.
I pick Fury. You know, size, advantage. You know what I'm saying? The boxing skills. But, like, when you put these two master boxers together, man, I think it's going to be a beautiful thing to watch, man. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting fight.
I think it's going to be a chess match. I think it's going to be something similar to what we saw when he fought Vlad. I think it's going to be not...
if he tries to box Fury, he going to get jabbed up.
What's he going to do?
He don't get in at all?
Vlad had the best jab, like... Bro, he would jab you for 8 to 12 rounds and knock you out from 8 to 12. Like, that was his MO for 12 years.
Yeah.
Like, HBO didn't even want him because it's like, bro, you get knockouts in the 10th. Like, no one wants to stick around. It's jab, jab, jab. Then Fury came in there and showed him, your jab ain't dominant. And got longer.
Yeah, longer,
peppered him.
Better movement.
It was only 84 punches landing that horrible fight, but, you know, he made it happen.
Yeah, I mean, we can see this about Usyk, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything you think you know about boxing with him, he's doing something different, man. He not being in the ring with somebody and, looking at it on the television. I can shout at me like, yeah, man, just, yo, he ain't there. He ain't there to be hit. So he not going to just be standing in front of that long Fury jab. He going to be trying to take his angle. Who knows if he can close the distance and keep it, respectfully enough without getting, battered on the way in or something. But we just got to see.
So let me ask you
Fury
this.
loves inside fighting too. He's good at it.
too.
He's good at it.
Let me ask you
Very
this.
good at it.
Did you expect to see Usyk do what he did in the first AJ fight after seeing him fight fucking Witherspoon and Chisora?
Negative. I mean, he literally, but you know what? They say something about when you go into a championship fight, you get up like the level. Like if you even fight somebody, you know what I'm saying, that ain't the guy. Like,
but Jeremiah, if that's the case, how can you base it that much off one guy?
look at the improvement, though. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
but
just.
But that's with one guy. He didn't look. I felt like he looked more impressive in both Joshua fights than he did in fucking the Chisora and the Witherspoon fight, and he stopped Witherspoon.
Agreed.
And I was in person.
Those two fights that he had a heavyweight had me believing he wasn't a heavyweight. I thought Joshua was going to knock him out in the first fight.
That's what I'm saying. So you coming into the division, you coming up, you getting your bearings, and then once he figured out what works for him, look at when he picked the gloves. He walked in, these gloves. You know, he knows what works for him, and he is training at the level it takes to sustain there. Look at his body. In the Witherspoon fight, he didn't look as solid, he didn't look as put together as he did for those Joshua 1 and 2. Even with the Chisora fight, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you get up for big time moments. Mm-hmm. Anytime I fight I know I'm on ESPN, mama, you know what I'm saying? You get up for big moments. You do big things on big stages, and that's what a champion do.
Mm. Well,
hold on really quick though.
Staying on what Fury Usyk?
I gotta ask though. Usyk was coming off from being the undisputed champion. Now I know he moved up, no longer has, the undisputed crown at cruiser, but ain't being cruiserweight champion a big moment? Like, wouldn't he get up when now he's moving up and he knows like they think I'm small, they gonna be coming for me?
What was that Tim Witherspoon fought? What was that fight fought in?
Chicago.
Yeah, okay. So like back alley compared to what he's used to, right? Now I'm not saying
in what way.
I'm
because I was there. There was 8,000-9,000 Ukrainian Americans.
That's dope, but he just like big time moments, man. The world is watching Joshua Usyk, like that.
I'm with you.
That moment is so much bigger. Like even if, because here's the thing, like. You get used to a certain level of celebrity, and when they on that level, and then he got the fight, you know what I'm saying, and he had the opportunity. So like when you got so much more pressure, so much more flash on you, it's such a big time moment. Like he probably sparred. I think he sparred the homie Johnny Rice in preparation for his first fight at heavyweight, and he was sparring with some other guys, but like. He's relying on his talents, what he naturally does, and all this other stuff. But once the moment gets even bigger, you got to go to a level that's even. You just got to go to a level. You know what I'm saying? Look at Wilder Fury 3. That's so much on the line. Both of those guys went to a level. I was sparring with Fury, and I didn't recognize the man who was in the ring. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So every time I get a chance to be in the ring now. That's the only thing that goes through my mind. I got to do something crazy like they did. I got to come with that intensity,
Did you spar, you said that was for the third fight you sparred Fury?
Yeah, for the third fight.
Did you spar Jared in that camp?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, so I was in that pre-camp, kind of like when he first popped up.
Okay.
Then I was sparring with Frank, and being a part of his situation with FA. And then Fury was in Vegas still rolling. So I was in San Diego for the meat of it. But, like I say, you get up for the moment, man. It's something. It's just so much different, man. Imagine you've been playing your whole life and it's like, yeah.
No, I mean, you're the fighter. You're the one that can describe it, right? Like for us, it's just like for me, I'm like, damn, bro, like you was on the biggest level. Like you was the undisputed cruiserweight champion. It was a hell of a run.
Yeah.
And okay, the first fight was supposed to be Tyrone Spahn, and then I want to say he popped hot, if I'm not mistaken, and then Witherspoon last minute replacement. And bro, I'm from Chicago. Let me tell you, so that fight really surprised me because for the first time in my life, I'm like, damn, Chicago has Ukrainians. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you got 9,000 people going crazy for you. The most you've ever had in America at this point in your career. And it was a snoozer.
Yeah, you okay. Last thing I'll say. So a lot of fighters usually end up losing in a stay busy fight.
That's true.
They'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's a stay busy fight."
You know what? Actually, I was just saying. It seems like
Cuba Series versus Devin Alexander's brother after the biggest win of his career. He loses to Vaughn.
And Jared Hurd was supposed to come off, and he was supposed to fight. J-Rock in his hometown. But I ain't even gonna call J-Rock a stay busy. I'll say Cuba Arias. That was supposed to be a stay busy. That's when he was coming off the long layoff, and obviously came up short in that one. So no,
sometimes we as fighters will do everything in our power to mess up opportunity, man. It sucks, but it's just we human, man. But you gotta stay locked in.
Let me get a few more predictions before Danny goes back to Fury. Obviously, Wilder made his prediction on Andy versus Lewis. Who do you got?
I've sparred with both of these. Well, did some sparring with Ruiz, not heavily. Like I was in Ortiz's camp.
So they didn't break out the Sue and hook you up to a rig?
No, we didn't do that.
The cameras?
No, I didn't get the special VIP package to go on the yacht with him and stuff. I think Andy. I think Andy is tough. I feel like Ortiz. I think Ortiz might still, because he's such a master boxer. They both have a style that's come forward. Ortiz is going. If you coming in on Ortiz, he knows how to find the button. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to turn off the lights. He knows how to. He's a great boxer. This dude Ruiz hadn't sparred with he hadn't fought a southpaw. And they both gonna come forward, I think Andy comes in a little heavier though. It's such a pick 'em fight, man. But I'll go ahead and take Ortiz on this myself.
Oh,
too.
wow.
All right. So shout out to Deontay Wilder. So speaking of Wilder, what about him versus Helenius, former, obviously sparring partner? So there's some familiarity there, but does Wilder have enough after those 3 tough fights with Tyson Fury to get it done over Helenius, who's coming over 2 knockouts himself over a good heavyweight in Adam Kovnacki?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the spirit of Deontay, you know what I'm saying? It's the fighter in him. So he's already thinking about climbing his way back. He has something left to prove. I feel like it's a pride thing. It's not for the bread, it's not for anything else. It's for what he does for the people. But to Helenius' credit, this is his big time moment. So it won't be your sparring partner, Helenius. It's gonna be dude trying to take you out of there. So it's a very dangerous fight for him.
Do you think someone that you have been sparring with for numerous fights can ever beat you in a real fight?
No, not like like I say.
Like for instance, you and Johnny Rice, I'm sure, have sparred countless times, being from the same gym.
Yeah. No,
if the headgear goes off and the gloves get reduced, do you? Because Johnny does hit fucking hard.
No.
Johnny's big as hell.
Hell yeah, Johnny big as hell. Yeah, Johnny.
And it's the heavyweight division. One punch can change anything. But I'm just saying, you got that familiarity. You're not gonna say Johnny gonna beat you.
No, you can't say that, of course. But here's the thing: like when you do know somebody, you know what I'm saying. When you know them, you know their tendencies. Yeah, you know them. So like, it's not good to just be everybody's sparring partner and then try to fight these guys too. Like I say, that's a hell of a risky fight because it's not your sparring partner and he's familiar with some of the things you might bring to the table. The hardest thing to do in boxing is to break tendencies. Yeah.
Who have you sparred with the most in your carear?
The most.
Johnny Rice.
Definitely, John. Definitely.
Okay.
We put a lot of rounds in, but I would say Johnny.
So you just said obviously through that sparring you get to learn and pick up on tendencies, traits and things like that. How long did it take you sparring with Johnny? How many rounds to pick up on what he does, what he doesn't do, kind of figure him out?
Now I figure out guys pretty quickly. That's always been my gift. You know, whether I can like capitalize on everything like that, that's a part of my learning curve. But I do figure out guys. But here's the thing too: we start to know each other. We would spar. Rodney have a spar on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we would just be me, him, and this other heavyweight professional scholar, and we beating each other down, dog. And as soon as another heavyweight walk in there, we light them up. Because, I mean, we was just ready. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I want to get back to the trenches. I want to get back to that type of work. You know, don't want to lose my career to sparring, so I don't want to go too crazy with it because it's the wear and tear on the body, yeah? But, you know, there was nothing like that level. And now, you know, they're talking about, I didn't see the punch. It's because, yeah, I'm getting that work, baby.
Yeah, man. Got to stay, like you said, ready so you ain't got to get ready. Am I missing any other heavyweight fights before we close out?
Not off the top. Oh, yes. Joe Joyce and
Joseph Parker. We just had Joe Joyce in your seat yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I'm picking Joyce in that one. He's too big, too strong, and he just got scary after that Dubois fight. To be able to do that with a jab, you just got to respect a guy like that.
Facts. I mean, you know, he didn't need any other punch. And, you know, I seen him at the tail fight. I'm looking to try. Well, I don't know when his fight.
Why you want some sparring? We know him.
No. They
reached out.
Yeah, we reached out. We talked.
Yeah, September 24th is the fight.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe when I get back or something like that. But he looks in phenomenal shape.
He is, and he's tall, bro. His 6'6" is big.
Yeah. He's a solid
His 6'6"
guy.
feels like 6'9", man.
Yeah, he's a solid individual, man. So yeah, I got him. He's working. He's working too hard.
Let me tell you. Just so you know, when you get in there, he going to that body.
Oh, facts.
He's a heavyweight that loves that body, them uppercuts, and is always in two.
Yeah, I was gonna say always in combination.
Always. He never just.
He runs his hands. Yeah, he has a phenomenal work rate. You know, I think he can box. He can do a lot. He has that factor over Parker.
I see why they call him Juggernaut now. It never really made sense, but like he doesn't. Like, he'll get hit. Like, I watched him spar Johnny, Hunter, and, like, he's getting hit, but he's still coming forward. And then I don't mean he's getting hit, like, on some dummy shit, but, you know.
If he take a shot,
he's still coming to you.
You know, sometimes you take one to give a couple. Yeah. You know, if he letting off, because, like he's saying, he'll let off 3-4 shots. In the midst of that, he might get caught, but he letting off, you know, a number of shots.
I think his downfall... And obviously, outside looking in, I ain't no fighter, right? That's on you. It's implemented. But I feel like because of that high guard, or fighters in general, not just Joyce, you using this high guard peekaboo shit, you going to get out jabbed. It takes you too long to come here. The jab is just always on there, knocking on that door. And it's like, eventually, you don't even want to remove your hands from there because you know you're getting hit. Yeah. So, I don't know, can someone do that to Joyce? Because he obviously showed his jab is amazing as well. But if you can be busier, one has to assume he will keep those hands where they're always at, which is in that high guard.
Facts.
But did you picking Joyce too?
Joyce. We're all on Joyce.
We're done then. No more heavyweight fights, right?
That's it.
Damn. Does Wilder become champion again? 2-time?
He could do it.
AJ? 3-time?
AJ is gonna be chasing, man. You know, so mental for him, man. You know, he's so look when you look into like the build up, man. It's all about the build up. Build up will tell you everything you need to know about what's gonna happen because they do a good job with all that all access crap. He's like everything he's doing is so branded. Like, oh, make sure that this bottle is in the picture. Make sure you can see it in the background. You know it's an ad. You know what I'm saying? And then you walk in this wire of. You know, that's why he had his meltdown at the end, you know?
Crazy
meltdown. Dude.
I got to get your thoughts, man, because you're a heavyweight. You haven't won a world title, but do you think losing the keys to the kingdom, because he had the keys to the kingdom, like no matter what Wilder and Fury doing, we all knew the big fight was with AJ. He's the cash cow of the heavyweight division. He brings the big dog money, the Saudi money.
Right.
You know, he brings the money. But can something make you... Because he threw his belts out the ring. Like, he melted down.
Yeah, he said something strange, like the system failed me or something like, Like what?
He got at everybody. He got at Loma.
At Loma.
Yo, no, give me the flag, bro. No. Yo, like, yeah, mate, chill out, mate. You know. But no. I mean, like, here's the thing, man. He's reading these. You could tell he's reading these blogs. He's seeing what people are saying. Oh, so imagine your entire career gets summed up in one fight. You know what I'm saying? Everything. He ain't did it since he was a child, but now all of his hard work is, you know, people are gonna look at him. And they ain't gonna look at you like champ. They're gonna be like, yeah, champ, but you know what I'm saying? They ain't with that respect. You know?
That's the toughest part about this sport. Like, look how long he was dominating, like from an economical standpoint, as a face of the sport. Like, outside of Canelo, people think about Anthony Joshua.
Facts.
You know, these are the big draws. And the fact that you can lose and people think you're done, they think it's over. This sport is so brutal.
Nah, it's not forgiving. So like I said, I don't make no excuses for the little time that I've been here because I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, for a guy like Joshua, what he should have did was he should have left Hollywood. His Hollywood was the UK. You got to get out of the trench.
Wait,
you know?
Are you saying that because you read what Robert said, or is that your own? Because Robert said the same thing. Like, look, if he wants to win, he's got to leave the UK, come to California, let me train him over here. Basically, he said he got to get in the trenches. And he used the word competition, which means he wasn't getting no good sparring. He like, man, come to California. We're going to do it right. Get you some real competitive sparring.
No, I didn't read that. That's just me looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at boxing. I look at boxing like a history book, man. So I've studied boxing. That's why I've been able to, you know, get faster. I've been able to climb faster. You know, my skills is catching up with my education. So, like, you know, Muhammad Ali, he built himself an entire compound away from, you know, everybody. He isolated himself in the woods, man. There's a saying about, like, yo, it's kind of hard to get up in the morning whenever I'm laying in these silk sheets, yo. I'm going to just run tomorrow, you know. And, I mean, like, yo, he definitely has a dedication to do it. But, like, you're in the UK where you're the most recognized person ever, and people are going to constantly being like, that's it, champ. You're doing it, champ. Good job, champ. And, I mean, like, you know, this ain't no special treatment type of business,
Man,
you know?
I don't want to hear that. It's all on the individual and the discipline, because how many motherfuckers never in their career leave away for camp? Floyd was going to the strip club, remained disciplined throughout his career. My man was eating Big Macs before yoga.
Well, not Big Macs. It was where him and T.I. had to fight at, Bo.
Yeah, the fat burger.
Fat burger.
Yeah, shout out to Fat Burger.
Nah, y'all remember the All Access? My boy definitely ate a Big Mac before hot yoga.
Look, man, but this is why Floyd is TBE. You know what I'm saying? People will fight Floyd and retire. They'll fumble after they fight Floyd. You know?
Do you leave away for camp, or do you stay in Las Vegas?
Nah, my mentality is still the trenches.
He's also from Tulsa, though.
Yeah.
It's different. He's already removed himself from his hometown.
Yeah, if I was
he's
back
not
home,
in London. He's in Vegas. He's not in Tulsa. He's in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I get so much love when I go back home, man. People trying to drag me here. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I don't have any vices here, man. I don't really know too many people already. And I'm not no millionaire fighter. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Andy Ruiz, I'm still grinding, man. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta soul search whenever I do hit that stage. You know what I'm saying? Because look what happened to Andy in the beginning of his coming out to the world.
Yeah. He got caught up in the limelight.
You fumble, man.
Get caught up in all that, you know, glam and glitter.
Yeah. I mean, so like I say, man, it ain't about making an excuse for anybody, but that's why I be like, yo, people take whatever they want to say about Floyd. Man, imagine just coming back and you got real killers after you already made $200 million. You know? Shout out to Floyd. You know what I'm saying? That's a remarkable career. You know? And there's only very few people that could do that.
Absolutely.
Well, Jeremiah, I want to believe those are all the questions. We do thank you for coming out, and we will obviously continue to wish you the best in your career. We look forward to hearing a new announcement.
Hopefully under Jake Paul card.
Yeah, and now that you're back at Bones, man, I got to go see you spar, man.
Yeah, you know how it is.
See you work in general.
Yeah, we'll make that happen. We'll definitely got to make that happen soon. I know we've been back and forth with it, so
For
I'm
sure.
looking forward.
Yes, indeed. Well, Jeremiah, thank you very much.
Yeah, well, we're going to go ahead and take a picture with Jeremiah and wrap up this interview. I want to thank everybody tuning in, whether it's the future, present, or past. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. This is The Boxing Voice. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside Ringwalk Danny.
Yes, sir. And we are The Boxing Voice on all social media and streaming platforms.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.